Hey everybody, it's Jim from Plotline here. I'm wearing a mask because I'm at the Creamery Arts Center today. I just shot 3 interviews that are going to be included in this year's Aussie Awards for the Springfield Regional Arts Council. And then here in about an hour, I'll be having some students to do a film class. So I wanted to show you kind of what our setup is that we're using for this interview segment. Explain some of the gear that we use for our filmmaking and just kind of show you how it works. Right now I got a big light on me because this is it's a giant softbox. Let me get on the other side of it. Actually, now I'm gonna stick my hand in front of it. So you can see it's very large. It's 48 inches across. The light itself is smaller. So this is a single, it's called a monolight. It's a single large LED. It's probably, I don't know, 2 inches. And it's connected to this flexible fabric, which expands out like an umbrella, actually. And then it has this white fabric in front of it to diffuse the light. So I'll intercut this with the footage I shot today, where you can see it's a really pretty light, having that soft light. And then there was another little light that we're using here, just a little spotlight, simple LED. It's one of these LEDs that's made up of several little lights. I have a diffuser in front of it, but there it's just got a bunch of single ones. These are a lot more inexpensive. You can get these, and they're just getting better all the time. These lights are daylight. They're 5,600 for like a kind of a true daylight. But you can have, different colors of lights. If you want to have a softer light, you can use, something that's gonna be a little bit more yellow or orangish color. If it's gonna be more like a traditional incandescent bulb. Okay, so I want to show you the camera that we're using in the setup that we have. So I'm just set up on a tripod that's set really low, but with the column extended just for convenience sake. So this is a Panasonic Lumix G85. It's a pretty inexpensive camera, all things considered. It can shoot 4K or 1080 or things like that. I usually shoot at 24 frames per second, which is sort of the cinema standard, although it can shoot at 60 or 30. And so it's like your standard style of like a DSLR camera that people have been using for years. It's a mirrorless camera, but it's connected to a whole bunch of stuff, so it looks different. So the first thing it's connected to is this camera cage. It's got a lot. Let me see if I can show it to you in a good angle. Yeah, so you can see that's cool. I like this handle right here. And that's connected to this metal cage that goes above and below the camera itself, and the camera is attached to that. It's just a sturdy platform to attach more and more things so that you don't put all the weight on the shoe mount of the camera and break it. So the camera connects to that, and then it's strong metal to connect more things to that. So that's the camera to that, and then you can see this display here, but I also have an external display here, which is a larger one, which is really nice to see what you're looking at and what you're focusing on. So let's see. Let's focus on, it pretty much already is in focus. I have also what's called focus assist on. You can turn that on and off, but it's really nice. It kind of highlights things in blue when they're in focus. It works relatively well. It's not 100% accurate, so you gotta trust your real eyes too. And then got a preamp box here, which is really pretty neat for audio. So what I can plug in different types of microphones into it. Right now I have 2 wireless lapel type microphones. They're called the Rhodes. One on that side, one on the other. I'm talking on the one on that side. So that's connected to the preamp, and the other is connected to me on this lapel that I'm wearing. And yeah, so the preamp allows me to boost the signal, but also to control left and right channels. So I can have one mic going to the right, one mic going to the left, and control them independently and have them recorded independently, so that when I'm bringing it into the video editor, I can have them totally separated and then recombine when I'm during the editing. So the point with that is that if I have interviewing, say, two different people, one's soft-spoken, one's louder, I could independently control their volumes. And so, and it just sounds better too, because of the way the preamps work in that they really sound good. Yeah, so they got headphones out for monitoring that signal, and that might be the nuts and bolts of it. Okay, the last gizmo I'm going to show you today is electric gimbal. You've probably all seen these before. They're just a lot of fun because you can just move all around and the camera will stay put. But you can also hold different triggers and buttons and stuff like that that you can control, have the camera do different deals. They're a lot of fun. They do require a learning curve to learn how you need to balance the camera on there, and then the electronics, the motors in there assist you. And so, yeah, there's also this motor here. You can see that cog at the front, and that's a focus assist. It's like it's a motorized focus, and there's this knob on the side that you can have that connected. This lens I'm using today is, actually the camera that I normally use for this is this one. So I'm using this one today, so I'm just not using that focus for my purpose. I just kind of use this just to have some slight movement for when I was interviewing. All right, here we are in my studio, and I'm a musician as well, so I've got keyboards and guitars and course equipment for doing filmmaking and all that stuff. I just want to show you my setup though. I got a desk from the Restore, Habitat for the Humanity Restore, which was apparently like a Bass Pro desk, and some convertible standing desks. So this is in the standing position, but it can be in sit down position. I got Premiere Pro pulled up, and I'm working on the videos for Maker Faire and all the ones that you have sent in to label them. Got a external microphone that I have a sock over it, but that to protect it. So a large diaphragm condenser. And then my actual PC is my laptop, which is suspended on a couple of brackets connected to a cooling pad with, of course, a bungee cord to keep it all safe. But what I really love about this is it keeps the desktop a little bit more clean, and also reduces the noise of the fans since it's underneath my desk. So it's a little quieter, but it also keeps it cool enough so that it doesn't overheat. So that completes my tour of random filmmaking equipment. And if you would like to know more about us at Plotline, you can find us at plotlinefilm.org. Also Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are Plotline Film. So facebook.com/plotlinefilm. We have classes, camps, and workshops that we offer year long. So check us out, say hi, keep on making things and making the world a more interesting, creative place. Thanks, guys.